This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within.
Good morning, everyone. It is 8 o'clock and I am just having my little morning set up with my porridge, my notepad, a cup of decaf, and I'm going to look at my calendar, see what I'm up to today. Hope you're doing well and had a happy new year. This is actually my first vlog that I'm filming for the new year. I filmed like a sit down video the other day, which you would have seen in my last video, but it's nice to be back. It's nice to feel refreshed, having taken a nice break. I hope you all had a nice break. I know it's been kind of weird still, it doesn't really feel like a new year because not much has changed, but I'm trying in my own little bubble to make positive changes, and I thought I would share them with you because it's 2021, it's a new year. I personally find New Year's really motivating and they get me going to sort of do the things that I've been putting off or to really think about stuff. I think it's a combination of a new year with a break and time off. It makes me really think about what I want to do and my goals, my intentions, and feel motivated too. So I'm really motivated at the minute and I'm feeling good, so I'm just going to roll with it, and I thought I'd share. I've been trying to wake up a bit earlier because obviously my sleeping pattern disappeared over the Christmas break, but I've been struggling because I've been exercising a little bit more, so I'm not kind of like making it too much of a big deal. I'm setting my alarm, I'm getting up and I'm trying, but that's kind of part of it all, is not to like make anything a big deal and just keep going until it happens, because I'm not going to suddenly wake up one day and get up at 6 AM, exercise every morning, be the most productive person ever. That's just like unrealistic. So, but I'm trying to sit at the table in the morning. I had a bit of a habit of kind of going into the living room and lounging on the sofa and staying there for the rest of the day, apart from obviously walking Roxy, and didn't do me any favours. So I'm trying to have like a nice little setup where I light a candle and I have a nice cup of coffee and I just like make it all nice, and it's been enjoyable. So I've got my little to-do list to look at today, which hasn't changed. I've always done this in the mornings, looked at my to-do list from the night before. Today we've got a video to edit, the video that you've already seen. I've got to do some emails and I've got to finish my blog post and I've got to film this video. That's another thing, that my to-do list, I'm trying to make them a lot smaller and my days more like blocked out for like one job. I tried doing days where I had like lots of different things going on, and I don't know, what kind of person are you? Are you the sort of person who needs lots of variety and lots of different stuff to do in a day? Or do you work better if you can focus on one thing? I'm learning that I can work better if I focus on one thing, because it means that it's like, right, I'm doing this today and I can really get into it and block it out. Like yesterday was a filming day. Today is an editing day, so writing and editing on my computer day. And I'm really enjoying that. So I'm gonna have my porridge, which, if you're wondering, it's oats, milk, chia seeds, flax seeds from My Vegan, 2 apples because they were really small, and then some maple syrup and My Vegan peanut butter. I'll leave my discount for My Vegan below if you want to go check it out, because I use this stuff every day. I'm trying to have porridge every morning because I was skipping breakfast a lot, and it's not a good idea, and porridge is just the best first thing. So I'm gonna look at my to-dos and do a few like small jobs. I try and do this before it gets like properly light outside, otherwise it's absolutely Baltic. It's so freezing at the minute, and if I was to go outside right now it'd be unbearable. So I'm gonna leave it until, I don't know, maybe 8:30 or 9, and then I'll go walk Roxy. One really important part of my new sort of goals and intentions and resolutions for the year is to spend less time on my phone. I shared this on Instagram and I got quite a few questions about how to do what I've done. So I have set limits on my phone. I have an iPhone, and maybe I'll just show you what I'm doing on my phone so it's easier. So I basically went to screen time, and then you can see there's downtime, app limits, always allowed, etc. I've set my downtime, just put my passcode in, to between 9 p.m. and 9 a.m. every day, which means basically your phone kind of switches all apps off and you have to like press a button to say override limit or ignore limit to use the app, which obviously you can still use it if you want to, but it's just like that barrier which kind of makes you think, should I be using my phone? And during that downtime, at night time, I put my phone in the hallway. And then right now, for example, I obviously have my phone on me, but I'm just using it for the apps that I'm always allowing. So you can see here the apps that I'm always allowing, which are just like messages, Messenger, because in the mornings often is when I speak with my family. Things like camera, calculator, the weather, also Spotify because I use that in the morning, or if I wanted to exercise, I've got Tone and Sculpt, Sonos so I can play some music while I'm working, that kind of stuff. But all of the other apps that are like shopping or social media, they are not allowed during the downtime. And then I've set specific app limits for the apps that are maybe a bit more, I don't know, not negative, but they take up more of my time and I can get sucked into. So basically entertainment apps, so YouTube, Netflix, Prime Video, YouTube Studio, which is where I look at my analytics and I look at comments, which I can spend too much time on sometimes, Instagram and TikTok. And I'm only allowed 2 hours per day of all of those included, which has been incredible because I obviously use Instagram and YouTube for my job, so I'll be sort of nipping in and out of that all day long. And then in the evening, I will just kind of aimlessly browse and just watch too many YouTube videos and stay up late. And it has been so powerful in the evenings when I'm watching television, when I'm spending time with Alex, when I'm cooking, etc., to remind me to not be just on my phone and just use it as like another form of entertainment when I'm just like not doing anything. And I've realised how much I spend, like if I'm cooking and I'm waiting for something to happen, I'll go on my phone and just browse on Instagram. And while that seems like a mindless task, while you're doing that, you're like looking at someone else's day, you're being kind of influenced and you're kind of comparing yourself, and those little parts all day long have an impact. So it's been incredible, highly recommend. And as you can see, down 62% from last week. I was on my phone a lot during Christmas. I did have a digital detox in terms of I deleted social media, but I spent so much time watching YouTube, Netflix, Amazon, Prime Video, that kind of thing. And my average hours a day, I'm going to admit it, were like 7 or 8 hours a day because I was just on my phone, shopping, just on my phone, just sitting there kind of like browsing. And yeah, it's not the best. My digital detox this year was good in terms of social media, but I did spend a lot of time on my phone because we were on our own and I wasn't with family, and it was a bit like, well, if I'm not with my family, then I'm just going to sit on my phone and browse and shop, etc. So as you can see, for example, yesterday I had an hour and 52 on Instagram, which is not great. That is not good. That needs to improve. An hour on Safari, half an hour on Messenger, 20 minutes on YouTube, which usually it's like an hour and 52 on YouTube because that's the one I use the most. But yeah, I think the reason that I was on Instagram so much yesterday is because I was posting stories and I just was, I don't know, it's not good. I want it to be under an hour for Instagram. But yeah, that's my little tip for you. If any of you are struggling with your screen time, give it a go. And I've got 45 minutes until I'm actually supposed to be using my phone, so I'm going to put it down, I'm going to put some music on with Spotify and actually do some work.
Beginning to thought from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to buy.
My sister just sent me an article that made me laugh because I'm doing Dry January, I've spoken about my relationship with alcohol before. I did a whole, I think, 2 years completely sober, and then just sort of started drinking again on like celebrations or occasions. And then I think since moving to Cornwall, my relationship with alcohol has not been the best. Because of everything going on, it's been like a hard time, hasn't it? So I've just kind of turned to alcohol a bit too much. And so I wanted to try dry January to sort of make my relationship a bit more healthy again. And my sister just sent me this article. Dry Veganuary impossible, experts warn. Doctors have issued a public health warning to the public that doing dry Veganuary in a national lockdown is not achievable. I'll link it down below, but it made me laugh. Bored self-regarding Britons chasing detox thrills by abstaining from alcohol and animal products simultaneously could realise they have nothing to live for within days, according to medical professionals. And then it was like, thankfully gyms are closed, there's no attempt to get fit as well, or we'd already have seen fatalities. It's frankly just not the time for it. It is a good reminder actually that January 2021, we really don't have to be pushing ourselves because we are still in a pandemic. We'll see how it goes. I think maybe for my birthday, because my birthday's on the 21st, I'll have some celebratory fizzy, but I just want to rejig my relationship a little bit because I just noticed myself turning to alcohol when I was feeling emotional. And sometimes if I had, like, there are a couple occasions, well, one on New Year's Day, because I drank on New Year's Eve, where I woke up and felt a bit like, oh, why did I drink so much? And I just don't want that feeling anymore. I want to have a relationship with alcohol where I just have it for positive things, like if friends are coming over, if I'm celebrating, if I'm having a nice meal out and about. I just want that to be how I do it. You know, at the start of lockdown, I was drinking every day, and at the end of the year, I was drinking every weekend, having like a whole bottle of wine to myself, and I don't want to be doing that anymore. So yeah, I'll leave a link to that down below, maybe giggle. Now I'm upstairs in the bathroom. I feel like I always chat to you in this exact spot. And another part of my new routine, new intentions to keep myself busy, happy, keep myself, you know, grounded and feeling like every day is the same despite the world constantly changing, is a skincare routine, which I've talked to you about. It was a part of 2020's kind of way to get my mental health feeling better. It's crazy that a skincare routine can actually like make you feel that much better every day, because when I was feeling really down, I was like learning about skincare and doing it in the mornings to sort of pep myself up. And if I did my skincare, even that little task made me feel like I'd achieved something, and it made me feel like I'd taken care of myself. And I thought I'd show you what I've been using. So Ren sent me their Gentle Cleansing Gel. I do prefer their Jelly Cleanser, the pink one, but I have been using this. This is a bit more foamy. Come on, it's so bright you can't see. Yeah, so I've been using this one. And then in the mornings I'm using some actives because I'm using retinol at night. And I've been told that using actives and retinol at the same time is not the best idea. So I'm using the Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant salicylic acid. I don't use this all the time, but I have had a breakout over Christmas on my chin. So I'm using that until the breakout's gone, and then I'll probably go back to the Ren AHA, this stuff. The Ready Steady Glow, which I really like, and I'm nearly finished. Then I use my moisturiser, which is the Biossance Squalane and Probiotic Gel Moisturiser. I love this because it is gel rather than like your thick moisturiser. I go through it so quickly because I don't have dry skin. I have probably like normal to oily skin, and I find whenever I use any other moisturisers, it sits on my face for ages because it doesn't absorb, and I find that annoying, whereas this feels lovely. And if my skin's a little bit more dry, then I will use another moisturiser, but honestly, I'm never gonna go back to creamy moisturisers. I'm just going to be using like gel ones from now on. Then I use the Biossance Squalane Vitamin C Rose Oil to use some vitamin C. I do want to see what other vitamin C's are out there, so recommend me ones if you have any that you love, because this is kind of the only one I've tried. And then for SPF, I'm going to use the Purito Centella Green Level Unscented Sun. I know this had loads of drama and I spoke about this because it's SPF 50, but it's actually not. They did some research and it's actually SPF 20, and so Purito are like under the grilling right now, and people are like, why have you sold it as an SPF 50? There's like confusion there. So I did buy it though, and I'm going to use it up until it's out, and it's winter, so I think SPF 20 is good enough for now. Maybe some people would disagree with that, but I'm just going to keep using it. It is actually quite sunny today though. Maybe I'm going to use, because it's like, I was using this because it was like grey, miserable weather for weeks on end, but it's actually kind of bright. I'm actually going to use the Body Shop Skin Defense instead, because this is SPF 50. The reason I don't like this one as much is because it takes a bit longer to absorb. I think I'm going to try the Paula's Choice one next. And then I have been really liking the Purito BB cream. The only thing is it's a little bit dark for me, but when you blend it in, it's fine because it has got UVA, UVB protection, and it's just kind of nice if you're not wearing makeup. It really evens your skin tone out. I do really, really like this. So that's gonna be my skincare routine. And then I'm gonna do my supplements, because that's another thing that I always forget to do that I wanna do every single day. I take all the My Vegan ones. They're Omega, they're iron and folic acid, B12, vitamin D3, and then I also take evening primrose oil for PMS, and I do that when I'm doing my skincare. So it's like important when you have habits you want to introduce to attach one habit to another so that it kind of reminds you to do it. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to get dressed and go on a walk with Roxy.
Beginning to thaw from within.
Oh, and also a little side note, Botanics, I absolutely love their little reusable face pads. They sent me some ones that they have the exfoliating ones, and they have velvet ones, and just like putting velvet on your face in the morning, it's just so silky smooth and amazing. And I know it sounds like a little thing, but they are my favourite reusable face pads now, and I adore them. Great little sustainable swap in your skincare routine.
Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my
Do you know what? I've been reminded of how actually I quite like that Body Shop SPF. I had a memory that it was left quite a white cast, but it doesn't seem to. The only thing is I don't love the smell. It's very fragranced. Not that I'm against fragrance, my skin's not particularly sensitive to it, but it's a bit intense. I prefer things that don't have such a strong smell, or if they do have a smell that's a bit more natural. But maybe the Body Shop, could you come out with one that has no scent, please? And then I'm gonna whack on this little BB cream. Usually I'm patient and I wait for the sun cream to absorb a little more, but I can't be bothered. Someone's probably going to tell me why that's bad, because you're supposed to let it sink in, but whatever. So there's my skincare done. Probably needs to absorb a little bit. It's a bit chewy. The only thing about wearing all these sun creams is I always get so much fluff attached to my skin and it drives me mad. But I'm going to get dressed and go for a walk. Rosie? Do you want to go on a walkies? Do you want to go on a walkies? Come on, Rosie. Yay, walkies. Big stretch. Oh, good girl. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Down you go. My battery died on my camera, so I'm vlogging on my iPhone, trying to get my glove on. It is absolutely freezing today, and I feel like I can't breathe, it's so cold. But I love frosty mornings, it's so beautiful. Like it looks like a winter wonderland without there being snow. And my nose is running and I'm all wrapped up in my coat. One of my resolutions was to walk more, because obviously I walk Roxy every day. I've vlogged it plenty of times. But I found myself towards the end of the year just not prioritising walking for very long. I would just nip around the park, take 20 minutes, half an hour, because I walk her in the morning and Alex walks her in the evening. So I was like, it's fine, she gets her sort of hour a day and you know, often Alex would walk her for longer than I would, and she gets plenty of exercise because we'll take her on longer walks at the weekend. But one of my goals is to walk for at least 1 hour every day, because when I do go for walks, it is so enjoyable for me. I absolutely love getting outside, being by myself, listening to a podcast. Right now I'm listening to Louis Theroux Grounded because it's just the best podcast. And just listening to music, enjoying walking outside. And also because I feel like, I don't know, something about January. I'm going to stop because I'm going to not be able to breathe properly because it's so cold and I'm walking up a hill. But I feel like there's something about January that makes everyone feel like they have to do a new workout routine that's really, you know, extreme, and suddenly change how they do everything and do like crazy HIIT workouts and, you know, work out 6 days a week. And I'm here to tell you, you don't have to do that. If you're kind of not in a routine with working out, why don't you just try walking? You know, walking 5 days a week, walking every day, even if it's not for an hour, walk for 15 minutes every day. And I think you'd be surprised the impact that that would have, because walking is so good for you. You know, it's a stress reliever, it's good for your mental health, it's not high impact, it's low impact on your joints, and anyone can do it. It's so accessible for any fitness level, any age. You know, it's just such a good way to exercise without having to really make much of an effort. And I'm trying to do it for at least 1 hour every day, trying to hit 10,000 steps, but also not beating myself up if I don't. And I feel tired, like I feel like I've worked out, I feel like I've exercised. And I think some of you called this out to me. I think I said in the video, I was like, oh, I haven't exercised today. And one of you was like, Maddie, you took Roxy on a walk. And I was like, you're right. Walking is exercise. So I'm prioritising walking and absolutely loving it so far. And I'm finding it really, really easy to stick to. So I've done an hour every single day so far in January, and I've done 10,000 steps every day. And I think that one day a week I'll kind of not care as much. I think on a Sunday I'm not going to wear my Apple Watch and not really think about how much I've walked. But yeah, this is my biggest resolution. I think it's the one that I want to focus on the most, and it's the one that I think is going to have the most difference to me, because it's my time for me to do what I want to do, and I'm going to prioritise it above everything else. So even if I wake up late, even if I've got work on, this has to happen for me, and I think that's powerful in itself. So yeah, I'm going to carry on walking Roxy in the freezing cold. This is also a challenge, the fact that I'm starting this in the freezing cold, and lockdown number 1 was far more enjoyable in the spring. She just is obsessed with frost. How often she rolls over. Go on, Rosie. Go on. She just met a very cute cockapoo. Was playing with him. Come on. Walk done, 1 hour 8, 3.96 kilometres. That's kind of annoying. I wish it was 4 kilometres. Rosie's made the entrance hall nice and muddy. Good morning.
What's this?
My camera battery ran out.
Ah.
It's a vlog.
Ah. Testing the new phone out.
Yeah. Look at this delight. Alex has done the fire. Well, it's the total dream to come back to this. Oh my gosh. Alex just said, isn't it nice to be inside all snuggly and it's all cold outside? And I was like, yes, so nice. Yeah, I did a nice little walk and just refreshed my hair. I just spray it with some water and conditioner mixture. And now I'm gonna probably spend the rest of the day on my computer. So I'll probably catch up with you later because I'm gonna be lying on this sofa with Roxy and editing the video that you've already seen, probably from Friday. And also today I've got to shoot the thumbnail because I forgot to do it yesterday. Even though I wrote it down, I was so in like filming mode, I just totally forgot to stop and take an image. I might be able to get one from some of the videos we've done, but I don't think so, because with thumbnails you need to think about where the text is going to go. What I'll probably do is I'll edit for a few hours and then have a break and do the thumbnail. Alex and I have decided this year to have specific hours of the day that we work, and it's really helping. Like yesterday we had set hours, we're starting at this time, then we'll have a break for an hour for lunch, and then we'll work until this time, and then we'll have a break, and I do an extra hour in the morning and he'll do an extra hour later, and it means that our time is blocked out to do like one task, and it makes us far more productive rather than just blanketly being like we're working from 9 to 5, and many hours in between I'll, you know, get bored or confused about what it is that I'm doing and not give myself a break and then get frustrated, etc, etc. So that's been really helpful, and it makes me kind of excited working in the future to like know what hours I'm working and stuff. So yeah, I highly recommend that if you are working from home at the minute, to block out your day and know when you're having a break, know what time you're starting. And for me at least, it doesn't need to be 9 to 5. So I'm doing an hour in the morning and then having a break to walk Roxy, and then doing a few hours and then having a break for lunch, and then, you know, it's better this way, I think. And then I have a clear cut-off line when I'm gonna sneeze. I have a clear cut-off line when I finish work, and that's it for the evening. I think I'm allergic to the cats because I can't stop sneezing. Look at my eyes. It's not good. I need to get some antihistamines. There's so much, even though I hoover so much, I can see right now in the sunlight, there's so much fur on the sofa, and it's Frankie. Zeus doesn't molt like Frankie does. It's everywhere, and because they're inside, it's a lot. Anyway, I'm gonna do some editing and talk to Alex about work.
What?
He saw Daddy and he started wagging.
What's so violent? What's going on?
It's because you're dancing.
Hello.
Hi. She's sunbathing. You're
Yeah,
cold outside.
It's really warm.
She's so funny because when she gets home she's so cold, but when she's out and about she loves rolling in the frost. I would put a jumper on her or something warm, but she literally prefers to be cold. I think she loves the feeling of it.
She would also soil it.
Yes. It's lunchtime. I did my first round of edit, which perfectly aligned with 12 o'clock, which is when I'm breaking for lunch. And that was really satisfying. I literally finished editing and then it said 12:00. I was like, yes. So another thing that I'm doing for 2021 is trying to eat more balanced. Obviously this looks different for everybody, but I'm not making the mistake that I made for years about going on some fad diet, restricting my calories, thinking that I'm going to change everything in January, and, you know, I don't know, always having the goal to lose weight and do it in an extreme way. I am trying to have balance on both sides. So definitely wasn't my healthiest at the end of last year. I wasn't thinking about eating vegetables or having balanced meals or eating at the right times of the day. I was just not thinking about it. So I've been really enjoying having proper breakfast, lunch and dinner, incorporating fruit and veg into every meal, and those are just my two focuses, and trying not to eat too late because that really upsets my tummy and it doesn't do well for my digestion. And you saw this morning I also take my Simprove probiotics every morning. I've been doing that for months now, and it's really helped my digestion. But lunchtime, I'm trying to focus on having like lots of vegetables and having like salad leaves and tomatoes and cucumbers and kale, and just having fun with my lunches and enjoying them rather than being like, oh my gosh, what am I going to have for lunch? I can't be bothered. And then having different meals for dinner. I said to Alex yesterday, to make it fun because we're all stuck at home, one day a week I also want to have like a takeaway from a local place, and then one day a week we cook something, we alternate and pick something new to cook. So I think Alex this week, he wants to make some vegan fish tacos, which sounds really fun. And then I'm going to pick something for next week. And yeah, I'm really enjoying food at the minute and experimenting and cooking, and it's fun, and I haven't done that for a while. So I'm going to make some lunch and I'll show you what I make. Not that this is what I eat in a day, but I'll show you my lovely lunch, which is actually super healthy, but also so intuitively what I actually would want if I really thought about what I would want for lunch, because it makes me feel the best and it's super tasty. That took me all of about 5 minutes. So here is my massive sort of Buddha bowl or nourish bowl or salad. I have brown rice and half an avocado, some olives, falafel, tomato, cucumber, and then I think I've got some like watercress and lettuce, the Tafan pesto tofu, hummus, and then I've topped it all with pepper, soy sauce and lemon juice. And honestly, this is what I would have every single day, just like a big bowl of goodness, some sort of salady bits, some veggies, some nice fats, some grains, some protein. It just tastes so nice, and it always makes me feel good as well, because there are certain lunches that always sort of leave me feeling good, and there are other lunches that are not so good. So I used to have, out of laziness, a lot of sandwiches, but something about the heaviness of bread and faux meat and faux cheese, with IBS, it ain't a good combo. So this sort of combination, I'm trying to have more balance, and yeah, it's kind of, I feel like lots of you are probably just thinking this is what you always eat, Maddie, and it kind of is what you used to eat a lot more because it's intuitive to me, but I stopped eating it. So I'm going back to my roots and what I enjoy the most, and I'm going to dig into this and then probably have a cup of tea and a biscuit afterwards. How could I forget? Needs some sriracha. Oh yeah. Oh, and kimchi. I've got kimchi in the fridge. Oh my gosh. Yes, this is the it's really hard to read that. Vadazi raw kimchi. I think I got it in Sainsbury's. Oh my gosh, it's really good. So just to add more to the pile. Honestly, I could just have kimchi with absolutely every meal. I'm going to start to learn how to make my own because I love it so much that I really need to start making it myself. I just got in my workout clothes and then completely forgot I was even vlogging because it's been so many hours. It's just gone 5 and I just finished working. I'm a bit concerned about getting everything done that I need to get done for tomorrow because it's our first week back, and it's kind of like a learning curve when you get back into work to sort of know how much time you have and everything, and there's like lots to do but then not as much to do. It's kind of weird, so hopefully I will, and I'm remaining calm, and it worked really well though, having sort of set time today. I'm going to be doing a tone and sculpt Chrissy Cella workout. I think I mentioned this to you last year in a video that I was doing this. I was doing it for a little bit, for about 3 or 4 weeks, and then I just stopped altogether, which was not ideal. So I'm back on it again, and I really like this app. I'm not affiliated with this app at all, but I just enjoy it because it's very easy, and I'm going to be doing a full body workout today. The workouts that I do are like 25 minutes long, so it's really easy to do at home. Today I've got stuff like, I think it's basically 3 rounds of kneeling into jump squats, alternating jumping lunges, chair tricep dips, plank rotations, commandos, oh my god I hate those, and incline push-up, and then there's an optional finisher and warm up. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to watch some TV whilst I do it because that keeps me going, and then Alex is actually cooking dinner for us. And yeah, and then in the evenings my routine at the minute is to switch my phone off at 9 after we've watched some TV together, get into bed and do my to-do list and read a book, and it's been wonderful. So maybe I'll catch up with you when I'm going to bed. I don't want to like work though past this time too much, because it feels a bit like I shouldn't be doing that. Maybe I'll show you quickly the book that I'm actually reading, because I'm really enjoying it. So after I've exercised, I'll do my skincare, wash my face, have a shower, feel all lovely, have dinner, and then I'll come upstairs at like 8 or 9, settle in with the herbal tea. That's been really helping me not want to snack in the evenings, because that's my real kryptonite, is just to stay up late, snack, and get all destructive in my head, and stay up too late, watching TikTok, being jealous of other people, eating my sorrows. Anyone do the same? But I've been reading this book called The School of Life, which I actually bought a year ago and I never read. And it's basically all about like psychology and emotional intelligence, how humans are, how to understand yourself, how to master the dilemmas of relationships. And it's just been fascinating. I've already like earmarked so many pages in here because it's just been incredible, especially after going to therapy. Like I feel like it's a lot of it I now kind of understand. So highly recommend. And yeah, I'm gonna go exercise and maybe I'll see you when I'm switching off for the night. Because, oh yeah, I didn't actually say, but the reason I was showing you the book is because that's another one of my resolutions, to read more. Last year, my mental health just did not allow reading. Don't know about you, but when I feel low, I cannot read. I can only consume complete mindless information. So like social media, YouTube, TV, and it has to be mindless. I switch off totally, so I'm going to try and read more so I can actually enjoy books again like I used to. It is about 9:30, in bed a bit later than I expected because Alex made brownies. They were really good. I'll link the recipe down below, it's my recipe. I've got my notepad, so I'm going to write my to-do list as always. I might watch one YouTube video on my iPad, which I shouldn't do, but you know what? I really fancy it. But I've said to myself, if I'm gonna watch YouTube not on my phone, because like I'm kind of breaking the downtime rules, it's just gonna be one video, because there are certain people that I just enjoy watching. And then I'm gonna read my book, which I just spilt my tea on. Look, I hope that dries. My herbal tea and my water bottle, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. I know it will have been a long one because I was just chatting away, but what's new? Make sure you're subscribed, because fingers crossed very soon, I don't want to jinx it, but fingers crossed something exciting is going to be happening soon, which you want to tune in for. So subscribe, like the video, and if the thing doesn't happen soon, then at least you'll know all the juicy details behind everything. So yeah, 2021, hopefully it's going to be a much better year for everybody. I hope you're all doing well and staying healthy, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.